Now, penultimately, we come to our furthest flung finalist, the 2015 FameLab Australia winner, Sandip Kamath, an Australian Institute of Tropical Health and Medicine Research Fellow at the James Cook University in Queensland. Sandip works on combating something that now affects 1 in 50 Australians, shellfish allergies. Now, after talking about his research won him a suspiciously similar-sounding 3-minute thesis competition down under, Sandip, accompanied by Mr. Pinchy, a toy rock lobster, went on to become the FameLab Australia champions. And then, once again, helped by Mr. Pinchy, he triumphed in last night's semi-finals. So it's great that Sandip has helped celebrate FameLab's first decade with a decapod. There are 15,000 species of them, including the rock lobster. But will Mr. Pinchy also put in an appearance tonight? I don't know, but I can tell you who does. Slip another shrimp on the barbie for Sandip Kamath. Thank you.
Oh my God, it's Mr. Pinchy. That was a very unexpected reaction, wasn't it, friends? Coming from a cop just looking at a tasty lobster. Well, that is exactly how the immune system works when it comes in contact with a harmless lobster in a person who has allergies to shellfish. And you can just imagine, when there's so much violence going on inside the body, it shows up outside. When your skin turns red, the face swells, the tongue swells, you have difficulty in breathing, and the only way to survive this is to jab an adrenaline injector, ow, in your thigh. Only way to save yourself. And you know what the saddest part is? Food allergies are so common that I bet that right now there are 10 people in this very audience who have shellfish allergies. And every one of you knows someone in your life who are living under a constant fear of facing such an attack. And you know what? There is no pill out there which you can just pop in and your allergies are cured. So who are you going to call? Well, that is where research and science come into action. My work follows a very simple principle so that I can train the immune system to behave like a good boy, or rather, a good cop. And the best part is, I have learned this from the parents in the audience. I call it the feed the kid conundrum. Imagine if you have a big bowl of spinach and you have a big spoon and you take a big scoop out of it and just feed your kid. They won't like it. In fact, they will just behave just the way I did. So, what do? Well, you throw up the big thing, you take a smaller spoon, switch on the television, distract their attention, and just go a little bit at a time. And over a long period of time, they will finish this bowl of spinach. And, God forbid, they will actually one day start liking the spinach. Well, this is exactly what my research is about. Not about spinach, it's about Pinky the rock lobster. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to understand Mr. Pinchy, see how nature has made it, and the small proteins in him which actually causes the allergy, and how I can make it less nasty and more tasty so that the immune system can just have a lick at it and then realize that it is not actually dangerous. My aim being, I can change this into this, a small pill which people can just eat it, and what that means is the next time the immune system comes up and has a look at Mr. Pinchy, it'll say, all right, Mr. Pinchy, I think you're harmless, I'll let you go. Thank you.
Now, where else in the world can you see a man bring on a lobster, dress as a cop, stamp on a balloon, and call it entertainment? Judges.
Does this research have an applicability beyond shellfish in dealing with the whole immune system and other allergies?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I just used shellfish as an example, but this whole approach so that the patient can be desensitized is applicable for not just food allergies, but also for inhalant allergies, for pollen and dust mite allergies as well. Yes.
Okay. It was along the lines of what I was going to eat, sorry, which is what I was going to ask you, sorry, not eat, sorry. I like lobster, so I'm quite hungry now. Yeah, my comment was going to be, should we just stop eating shellfish? But I guess the application is already there, that you can transmit it to other things. Have you got children, by the way?
No, not yet.
No. How do you know about how to feed kids? That's really interesting. Oh, sorry. Well, I'll pass it to you because it's already my question. Sorry. He's answered it. It's fine. Sorry.
Was there a question in that?
No. My question was already answered. So.
Do I have kids or did Mr. Pinchy have kids?
No. I think Matt might have a Sandip allergy. We need it's treatable.
So, what you're describing is a piece of research which shows that you can desensitize by low-grade challenge. This
Yes.
must take some time. How do you think you could accelerate that particular therapeutic intervention, as it were?
Sometimes it is quite actually risky to accelerate it because, as you know, everyone is different and everyone who has allergies react differently to the same amount of the allergen or the food. So in some people, if it works really well within, say, a year, in other people, the same amount can actually trigger a reaction. So it's very important to understand like the proteins that are inside Mr. Pinchy and understand the structure so that we can modify it so that it can be made less reactive in a sense. So that over a certain period of time, they can really get desensitized and they not react as strongly as they would do naturally. But as the question you said, to accelerate the process would be a bit risky.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you want, you've got time for one more. And if you don't, then I'll say more applause with your claws for the punchy, pinchy Sandip Kamath.